notice here we ended up getting the decimal 6 repeating. And if we remember once again that percent means per century, what we do is we round to the hundredths column. So we look at the digit past and we ask ourselves, is this closer to 67% or 66%? Well, 6 thousandths is over halfway, so we are going to round up to 67%, and because it's not exact, we will round this to about 67%. We can do one more problem here on the side. If we have 3/7, same idea as before. This is not going to be exact, so our backup strategy is long division. So we are going to do 3, and we're going to add some zeros here, and we are going to divide by 7. So that's 4 groups of 7 for 28. 20 here gets us 2 groups, or 14. Get 6 in the background. You might be able to hear my wonderful wife texting, if that's the beeping that you're hearing. So I can do 8 groups here, which gives me 56. And this is going to continue on for a really long time. And since we're looking for percentages, we can stop at the second decimal place or one past it. So this is about 428 thousandths. So we are going to round to the hundredths column. Since 8 is over halfway, we are going to get 43% as our estimation, or about 43%. Let's do one more slide here. And the question is, can you have a percentage that's over 100%? And if you've ever had extra credit on a test or anything like that, you know that you absolutely can be over 100%. And in that type of problem, what we have right here is we have 140%, which I think of as 100% plus 40%. And 100% is the number 1. And 40% is 40 hundredths. So this should be bigger than the number 1. If we have 100% exactly, that is exactly 1, or 1 whole. If we write this as a fraction, we would get 1 and 40 hundredths. And we could simplify by dividing both of these by 5 to get 1 and 8 twentieths. Divide both of these by 2 to get 1 and 4 tenths. And finally, at the end of this process, we would get 1 and 2 fifths. I'm going to tell you right now, this whole page will definitely show up on a quiz, so I would absolutely be writing this down. Now, if we're given a decimal first, what I like to do is I like to change our tenths to hundredths, and we have 2 and 20 hundredths, and we know that 1 is 100%, so 2 should be 200%, should be double. So this is 200% and an extra 20%. So our percentage should be 220%. As a fraction, then we write this once again as a mixed number. We get 2 and 20 hundredths. I'm going to divide both of these by 10 to get 2 and 2 tenths. And divide both of these by 2 to get 2 and 1 fifth. And finally, the last one, what if we're given the improper fraction? Well, one group is 5 fifths. 2 groups would be 10 fifths. So the gap between 10 fifths and 13 fifths is 3 fifths. So I'm going to get 2 and 3 fifths. That changes into 2 and 6 tenths. Well, we know that 6 tenths is the same as 60 hundredths, and now we have the information we need. The decimal is 2 and 60 hundredths. The percent would be 260%.